welcome to Hong Kong House of Cards for December 7th, 2015. And today, Tiger and Brett, who are you playing and where are you?
I'll be playing Arthur. Tiger, are you playing Jason or Bosco or?
Yeah, I'm playing Jason.
Okay, I figure you wouldn't be playing Mersha at this point, but.
Alright.
So
And
we'll probably
where
be in
are
our.
you?
We'll probably be in my sanctum, chilling out, smoking and drinking.
Winding
Okay.
down after encountering a fucking ancient, terrible, horrible thing.
Yeah.
Brett, are you planning on having a Seeking anytime soon?
I will not have the XP to do that until next experience.
Okay. And neither of you have Manifest Avatar, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Well then, this is going to be fun, because you get no warning of this.
Oh, it's a good start.
So, both of you make me a quick stamina check, just straight stamina. Unless you have the carousing secondary ability.
My.
Nope, I didn't know it existed because I would have taken it. Ooh, how
I'm really
about that?
glad it wasn't straight strength, because otherwise I'd be down to 1 die.
Same
As
here.
it stands, I have 2 dice.
I got 3, and they all hit above 7.
Okay.
Alright, Tiger, waiting on yours.
Yeah, I was loading up my dice stream, sorry.
Yeah, Dice Stream was
Dice
down the
Stream
other
is
day.
back. Yeah, I just came back. Yes.
I got a 2 to 7.
Alright. So, Jason passes out from being too damn high.
I believe it.
Arthur is conscious but unable to move when a pair of Valkyries pick the two of you up and drag you into the High Umbra.
Not again. At least it's Valkyries this time. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Did you watch the scene that I did?
No, I didn't.
Basically, Kupala created, Dust created a micro volcano. Arthur put it down, and then Kupala grabbed him and dragged him into the deep Umbra.
Yeah. No, this is the High Umbra.
Okay.
But here's what Arthur sees, because he's capable of remaining conscious, but these fucking Valkyries want your asses for the moment, and
Only time they'll
you smoked some particularly good substance that was being infused by the Valkyries, and your body just goes limp. And these two women with glowing pale skin.
You almost said it. I know you almost said alright.
Roman-esque armor, but with axes on their belts. They pick you guys up effortlessly. You get the feeling they could do it one-handed, but they're taking you fireman's carry just to be polite.
Okay.
And they step sideways effortlessly because they're goddamn angels. And they end up, you get pulled into the High Umbra. And you see various realms passing you by as you're pulled through on a glowing rainbow bridge.
Yay! The Bifrost.
Yes, hooray for Bifrost.
Yay. Where's Heimdall?
You're about to
no.
meet him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at these
One moment.
passing by going,
One moment.
Been
I
there.
thought you were going to bed.
been there, been there, been there. Haven't been there yet.
I never said I was going to bed.
Sorry, I've been waiting for the last 3 hours to run this, and I've got people. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Anyways, you end up you're going on a glowing, burning rainbow bridge, and yes, the rainbow is on fire.
That sounds pretty fucking metal, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Vikings are the original metal.
And
Yeah, that's true.
and you end up in what looks like a medieval fortress where there is a very tall man in golden armor with a sword planted in the ground, who is not black.
Valhalla, Valhalla, you've got some time to kill.
Nope,
Valhalla.
you're not in Valhalla. You're in Asgard.
Okay.
Yeah, slight difference.
Yeah, there is a slight difference. And hey, you guys can move again.
Am
Oh,
I still unconscious?
Roll me a stamina check. You need
Okay.
2 more successes to wake up.
Alright, can I spend a willpower for automatic success, or does
Yes,
that
you
not
can.
put I'm unconscious? Okay, I will do that.
It's reflexive, so
Okay.
so that's just mercy how awake you are.
Well,
you didn't botch.
Yeah.
thank God for spending that willpower.
But Arthur can move again.
I look down and I look up at Heimdall because esoterica religious cults.
Yeah.
Look down at Jason. I'm like, well, that's unfortunate.
Your friend
I'm
will-
gonna lean down. I'm gonna try to shake him awake. Dude, you don't want to
Yeah,
miss this.
shaking him awake wakes him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Heimdall says
shit.
your friend will be fine.
Given what I know about your stories, I know you tell the truth. So thank you.
He bows his head and says, Thor, Odin's son, wishes an audience with you. We are offloading a burden onto you and yours.
Okay.
At this point, Jason, like, as soon as he says Thor Odin's son, Jason just looks like he's trying really hard to not bounce up and down. He's just kind of looking between Heimdall and Arthur like, dude.
Arthur just looks at Jason and goes, "Chill, man, chill."
I'm sorry, I'm not as used to this kind of thing as you are, man.
Please, noble Heimdall, lead the way to Thor.
He gestures to the Valkyries, who they look at you and they say, "Come with us," in one voice, as angels are do.
Is trying very hard not to check out the Valkyrie.
They are very attractive.
You know?
But if
And-
you touch them, they will probably rip you limb from limb. So
Yeah.
They have some
And-
very nasty-looking axes hanging from their belts.
Which is what's keeping Arthur from flirting with them, because Arthur will flirt with anything that moves. Female-wise, that is.
It's a good thing that umbral spirits are on the do not bone list.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, Jason
that-
would be too.
That said, lots of people still violate that.
Yeah.
Hence
No,
why
this is-
they Nephilim for it.
Yeah, this is a list Jason made. Among other things are his ex-girlfriend, dead things, his ex-girlfriend, most shifters, his ex-girlfriend. With on the oh wait, already covered that with the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, so Heimdall stands at the Bifrost as he is wont to do, and the Valkyries lead the way, and you're led over a stone bridge to a big open glen with a very large fortress off in the distance, and the walk takes a lot shorter than you'd expect it to. And hey, look, you're in Valhalla now.
Valhalla, Valhalla, you got some time to kill. Valhalla, Valhalla, the afterlife bar and grill.
And the gate opens, and it looks like there's a party of various men and women in armor. And a particularly tall and blonde one comes over and goes, "Ah, you must be the mages we've summoned."
I'll put my hand against my chest and say, "All hail Thor, son of Odin, leader of the Valkyries, future king of Valhalla and Asgard."
He nods his head and says, It feels good to hear the old titles again.
He'll then look over at Jason and be like, "Dude, you okay?"
I'm sorry. Look, it's always been one of my fantasies to meet, Thor and Valkyries and other Norse beings. So I'm having a little trouble not just freaking out and,
Thor.
I think my
Thor
friend here needs to
chuckles,
meet.
Yeah, Thor chuckles a bit and he shoves a tankard of mead into Jason's hands and says, "Drink."
Jason will fucking drink because you do not say no to Thor Odinson.
Yeah, and hey, look, you just drank ambrosia mead. So you are happy as fuck. Roll me a stamina check.
Okay. I'm gonna be making a lot of those tonight, aren't
Do not botch. Do
I'm down.
not botch.
Actually, no, this is a check to see if you become addicted check.
I? Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
69.
Okay, you managed not to become physically dependent on the ambrosia.
Thank fucking lord. Seems like a hard thing to get a hold of.
Well, it means you'd be Thor's bitch.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he says he excuses himself from the party. He says goodbye to a few of the people in armor, and he leads you down a side hallway, and he says, "A while ago, a mage came to this realm, claiming to be my brother.
Isn't Loki currently imprisoned in hell?
He nods and says, and won't be released until Ragnarok. However, and Joey, what's going on your end?
Is he imprisoned or no?
No, I'm hearing some sound coming from your side.
Yeah, we're getting background from you, man.
Okay, but yes, you are going to be in prison, Joey.
That's what I figured.
I figured it was a good way to introduce the character. And he says, however, one of our sages discerned that he was in fact a mage and not an Asgardian. And the strings of destiny have tied him to my brother.
That makes sense. That seems to happen a lot.
Exactly. So, it seems best for him to be with his own kind instead of imprisoned here forever.
If you say so, Lord Thor, we'll do our best to keep him out of your hair.
He chuckles and shoves a tankard of mead into Arthur's hands.
And Arthur will drink it, of course.
Hey, look, you get a stamina check.
Spending a willpower for auto success.
Thank you.
And that's 2 successes, so 3 total.
Yeah, you don't become addicted to ambrosia.
So
they lead you into the dungeon, and it is a very nice dungeon. It's not like a torture chamber at all. It's comfortable at the very least. You've stayed in worse hotel rooms. And hey, Loki, you are chained up in this very nice looking feeling cell.
He'll be grumbling and fiddling with whatever he can find.
Yeah. And Thor taps on the bars and says, "You're free to go," and the chains disappear.
He'll stand up, stretch. He's not dark-haired. He's blonde, and he's got a beard. He doesn't look very old, though. He's only got a small beard for a Viking. And he looks about 20 years old. And he looks at Thor and goes, "Ah, brother, I see you have finally decided to stop being so cold-hearted and finally give me a hug." And he opens his arms really wide.
He smirks and says, "You may not be my brother, but that doesn't mean I'm stupid."
He'll cock his head. I sincerely don't know what you're talking about, brother.
He smirks a bit and says, and looks at Arthur and Jason and says, "He's all yours. Contact the Valkyries when you're ready to leave." And he goes back to partying because he's Thor.
Yeah. Have fun. Give
Nice
my
meeting you,
love to
sir.
Lady Sif.
He smirks and says, "No, I'm giving her my love."
They're just gonna laugh at that. I would expect so.
Gonna show her Mjolnir, are you?
He gives Jason a wink and just goes.
So, you're Loki Lawfason.
He'll look at Arthur. Oh, yes. How nice to meet a human. I haven't met one of you in so long.
Right. My name is Arthur Wainwright. I'm a mage, like you. I've never been a tradition. More than likely, not like you.
Your back closet. Your
I'm
back.
Jason Morley, also a mage like you. Hermetic, probably also not like you.
I'm afraid. What are these traditions you are talking about? Are they orders of deities?
They're subcultures within the mage hierarchies.
Mages. That must be what humans are calling gods these days.
Oh!
Actually, I've been called a god before. A few times, actually. And they weren't wrong. I was definitely godlike.
Hell yeah.
I suppose I can come with you then. It doesn't seem like it'll be that demeaning.
Well, we gotta keep you busy till Ragnarok.
Yes, it has been rather boring lately.
So, what exactly do you follow? I'm guessing if you are Loki Lofison, you're an element of chaos.
He'll give you a big, toothy grin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, you're coming with us. We're going to a place that right now is not necessarily a safe place.
Alright,
Crazy.
seems
Hold on a sec.
like it could be fun.
I have to quickly confirm something with Joey out of character that I don't want to speak over the open line.
No
Promise.
problem.
Holy shit, I misspelled that horribly.
Just for, like, out of character curiosity, does your character have, like, scars around his lips?
No, this one he does not yet.
Okay.
He has not reached that part of his legend yet.
Okay.
No, he's at the I'm Thor's trickstery brother part of his legend. He hasn't even given birth to a horse yet.
That'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to actually edit part of his sheet because I corrected it in haste because I said I'd do it and then I got pulled and it's nothing major that's come up yet. It's just something he mentioned meant that I had to muck with things.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, the bars to the cell vanish.
He'll kind of rub where the chains were and walk out to meet Jason and Arthur, and he'll just give him the big toothy grin.
Arthur just kind of gives him a smile, like not big toothy grin, but friendly and a little incredulous.
Jason's
So,
just
are
gonna
we going?
give a-
Oh, sorry.
Jason's gonna give a dumb grin. He's like, yeah. 'Cause he's still on Ambrosia.
He'd be wearing probably just plain brown robes, but he's going to go. I do hope I get my tools back before we leave. It is rather hard to work my divine magic without them.
We'll talk to the Valkyries and see what they can give you. We will probably need to get you some clothes because where we're going, they don't wear robes anymore unless you're a monk. And knowing you don't want to be a monk.
Humans. I always thought there was something strange about them.
What do you mean strange?
Well, why would you want to wear anything but robes? They're the most comfortable thing in the world.
My friend, you have not been introduced to pajama pants yet.
Yeah, those are pretty nice.
What are these pajama pants? Are they some form of armor that is not as heavy as normal armor?
No, they're sleepwear. Something light and comfortable that you can sleep in.
Like a sleeping robe.
Yes, but pants only.
Interesting.
Alright, so let's go grab the Valkyries, shall we?
As soon as you mention that, you turn slightly, and there they are.
Wow.
Ladies.
Fantastic. So, is there... He says he has personal effects that were taken from him when he was put in prison.
Yes, we shall fetch them, they say again in one voice, and one of them walks off slightly to what looks to be a closet and opens it, and hey Loki, all your personal effects are there.
He'll take them and put them on. Now he has a robe. Now he has his personal over robe, which is inscribed with Nordic runes.
Yeah, so he's wearing his robe, his tabard.
No armor. He's a trickster god. He doesn't need armor.
Right. Probably the only armor he has is a little bit of chainmail between the robe and the tabard.
And maybe gauntlets, if that.
Yeah. Probably just bracers, actually. Loki's more likely to use a bow than an axe.
Yeah. And
We're gonna
he'll
need
take
to find you some street clothes.
He'll take his short sword, too.
Right.
Alright, I believe I'm ready to visit Earth once more. It's been such a long time.
You have no idea.
Yeah, Midgard's pretty great right now.
Ah, yes, Midgard. Perhaps we should visit Nilfheim first. Take something back to play with.
The Valkyries slowly put a hand on their axe and say, "Thor's orders were to take you to Midgard."
He was joking. Don't take him seriously. Nobody does.
He'll give Arthur a pouting face. Like you see this young Viking dude just make a pouting face at you. Like he does the very theatrical version. Like his eyes get really big and his lips get downturned. He goes, "Now why would you say that? I'm a very serious person, as I'm sure you know."
Arthur just does not seem. Arthur just seems nonplussed by it all.
Man, we've seen so many attempted guilt trips. Like, I give that a 3 out of 10, honestly.
Yeah.
The look just slides right off his face. Well, I suppose I'll have to learn more about you and try a bit harder next time.
I'm sure you will. He'll look up to the Valkyries. I guess we're ready, just back where we came from, and please, if Apollo tries to grab me, will you kick his ass?
They nod. They're very serious-faced because they're angels.
Right. Well, that was actually a very serious request.
Yeah. No, they're angels. You come out of the dungeon through the main hall. The party's still in full swing. Sif and Thor are making out against a column.
Is Balder nearby looking depressed?
Baldur's nearby looking depressed. Odin is a little bit in the wings, just watching.
Arthur will throw Baldur a thumbs up and say, "Cheer up, emo kid." Keep going.
Dude, don't taunt the god.
He gives you a look, but he doesn't do anything because it's at this point it's more important that you get out of here with Loki.
Yeah.
Jason will just kind of clap him on the shoulder.
A hallway. And just because it's Loki, I'm going to make a stealth away. Actually, I'll make a willpower check to see if he can resist the urge to sneak away from the group.
While he's doing that, Jason's just gonna clap an arm on Baldur's shoulder and he's like, "It's alright, it's gonna be alright, man."
Okay, well he failed. He's gonna try and sneak away.
Dude,
Okay.
stop.
No, go ahead and roll it.
Okay, that would be
And let's
dex.
roll the angel's frickin' perception alertness, shall we? That's a die pool of 15 because they're high-level angels.
Hey,
They're
I
used
took
to
the
looking for
willpower
the
check.
souls of the damned.
1, 2, 3 successes on his stealth check.
7 successes on their ability to spy you
Yeah.
because they're friggin' angels. And you try to sneak away, and one of the Valkyries grabs you by the collar and lifts you up one-handed. And just holds you there and says, "We're going."
He looks like a kitten with her holding him up in the air. He's scraggly since he's so scraggly.
Yeah, exactly.
He's giving her a pouty face, which she is almost certainly just ignoring.
She's
Arthur's
made.
just
She's
following
made
everybody
of the. She's made of the stuff of the High Umbra, dude.
He's Loki. He's gonna try it anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. And she's just gonna walk you straight back to the Bifrost. And again, it looks like it should be a couple of miles, and it takes half a minute to walk there. Because Umbra people.
Jason's just gonna
Because-
follow because he
because
doesn't want to
visual
get thrown by
impression.
Valkyrie.
Yeah. And she puts him down. And Heimdall looks at you guys and says, "For accepting this burden, I am authorized to give the two of you a favor in the name of Asgard. If you need to be transported somewhere quickly, simply summon the Valkyries and they will do so. I'll transport you somewhere and back again. But that will be the extent of this favor."
I'm honored, Heimdall. I hope I never need to use it. I will only use it in the gravest of circumstances.
Of course.
It's much appreciated, boss.
Loki's he's looking behind him, giving Asgard a very, longing look before he turns and looks at the Bifrost. Well, let's go visit Midgard, shall we? Let's see how the humans have fared in my absence.
Heimdall twists the handle of his sword, and hey, look, you're flung through a burning rainbow glowy bridge thing,
Yay.
past all the other realms of the High Umbra,
Whee!
and you end up back in Arthur's apartment, where there's a nice big runic circle now burned into his carpet.
I guess I'll have to have that replaced.
Hey, it's better than if it was outside. So
Yeah. Note to self: put spirit wards in the rest of the house, not just the sanctum.
Probably a good idea.
yeah.
So Loki, what exactly do you have that you brought with you?
I have my sword, my staff. It looks like a wooden walking staff with a wolf's head, and it's inscribed with runes. Then I have my robe and my instruments, and he just takes out a bag full of ink and calligraphy pens.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to two things you're going to need to know to survive here. First thing's going to be money. Second thing's going to be a job. Job is used to acquire money,
Money can be used to acquire goods and services.
including places to stay.
Yep.
You mean? Oh, I see. It is like an act in order to obtain what I want. You must fake this job in order to obtain it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some things you should know about where we are right now. There is a lot of crap going on with a group called the Technocracy, formerly known as the Order of Reason. They have set up a wall around the perimeter leading from Hong Kong to China. Don't go to the wall, or else you're going to be sent back to hell.
Loki,
Literally.
because he mentioned something that you might actually know, please roll me Mage Lore plus Intelligence.
Okay. Let me check my dice pool. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Let me actually just see if I can bring up the gosh darn page. Ouch! He botched.
Yeesh.
Ow!
That's
Actually, I'll say this is Diff 5.
Okay, so he got 1 success.
Hey, you know of the Order of Reason.
Weren't those
They-
those backwards Midgardians who were so strange last time I was down here?
Yeah, they... In your twisted, destiny-ridden mind, you seem to actually recall an instance when they repelled a Viking invasion of northern France.
Yes, they were quite ferocious warriors, if I remember. Not the equal of Asgard's warriors, but for humans, sufficient.
Well, they've kind of grown up, and now their point of view has become the point of view of the entire world. Magic is, for the most part, does not exist. What we do, we have to keep out of the public eye, or else Paradox will come and hit us across the back of the head. We are actually working with other supernaturals, however, it is kept in secret. The Licks, the Eastern Licks, the Furries, the other Furries, the Scalies, the Fey Folk, etc., etc. Everything that goes bump in the night, we're working alongside right now.
Really, all you need to know is the Fae are fucking everybody, the furries are attacking everyone, and the licks are killing themselves from the inside out.
Sounds about normal for Midgard.
Yeah. But the most important thing is that we are still upholding the consensus, which means don't let our shit get out. If you find a black sedan pulling up with guys that get out wearing black suits and mirror shades, run the fuck away.
Dude,
I don't care
who
how-
sedan is.
Suits and mirror shades. Could you describe this this artifact of clothing a bit?
He's gonna pull out his phone and he's gonna slide through a couple pictures. He's gonna show him what a technocrat MIB looks like.
That's reasonably
this is-
easy. There are movies that they use to try to justify their existence
Yeah.
because they
These-
control media.
These magical devices are quite interesting. It's like a self-contained scrying device. And add a character, this is actually funny because in World of Darkness, cell phones technically are magic.
Yeah.
So
Technically,
the primitive
everything is
response-
magic.
yeah,
So
the primitive response is actually correct here.
Well, this is one of the things that the technocrats have introduced the consensus as a technological invention. Otherwise, yeah, you'd be exactly right. They've taken everything that's beautiful and wonderful in the universe and compressed it down and put it underneath the microscope. It's very boring, but we do our best to shake things up a bit.
Sounds like this world needs a little fun and adventure.
Yes.
Also, and this is kind of a new thing. If some dude comes up to you talking about Kupala and says you should totally join him, don't. Just don't.
Sounds like one of those minor spirits that you can try and attack at mid-Asgard. I'm sure we can handle him.
He's kind of a dick.
Kupala's a spirit of nature, but he's
Kind of a dick.
Yeah. He represents elemental forces, and he works with the Licks for some reason.
Interesting.
If a changeling offers you anything to drink, don't. Because it'll make you see their world, and then your memories will go away for the whole night.
Sounds like a great way to have a fun night.
Yes, but there are times when it can be really bad. For some reason, the Fae have been have been enchanting most of us mage gods, and if some of us hadn't awakened fully yet, and it ended up being bad.
Sounds like a wonderful party. Perhaps we should experiment. And he just gives that big toothy grin again.
Oh, we've got some guy trying.
And Arthur will shudder.
I'm sorry, Tiger, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, we've got someone working on that already.
We should introduce him to Desdemona. I think he'd enjoy talking to Dehi and Des.
Probably.
Though I wonder if Dehi might get sick of him quick.
No one could get sick of Loki. I am, after all, nothing but magnanimous.
I'm sure.
We'll go with that.
So, what skills do you bring to the table as far as command of mystical forces and marketable job-related stuff?
I had lost most of my divine power when I re-entered Asgard. It appears I will have to reawaken most of it, but I have some knowledge of controlling time, and I can see the spaces between spaces.
Oh, damn. Grandfather Wrinkle's gonna have another friend to deal with. Just so you know, there is a time mage in this city, so I'm sure you and he will get off fabulously.
I haven't really seen him around very much, though.
Yeah, I know, it's a little unusual. Haven't seen Nick yet, either.
Yeah, he's been down too. That's weird.
Makes me nervous. Especially with what happened to the council chambers.
Yeah.
The council chambers? What council is this?
Oh, there's a council between a bunch of us supernaturals, and we're talking to two of the council members right here, actually.
They represent figures off of the tarot. Jason over there is the Hanged Man, I'm Temperance. And we meet together and we attempt to, what's the word I'm looking for, mediate issues between our kinds as well as create a directed effort against the technocracy. Because they have been attacking, and they've been attacking on multiple fronts. As of right now, we've trying to figure out a game plan. There's this place in the Marianas Trench, which I don't know how they can get down there and not piss off Cthulhu, but it's called Deepwater, and they're doing a whole lot of, Frankensteinish experiments.
Out of character, I just figured out how we're going to deal with Deepwater.
Sweet.
Loki grins. Perhaps we should things in this world to fear than their petty magic. He grins.
Let's not wake up the dreamer in the dark, shall we? I don't know the words, and that's not going to be friendly for anyone.
Ah, darn, that was my plan. Awaken Cthulhu on him. Sorry guys, Chronicle's over. Cthulhu destroyed the world.
Well,
Cthulhu woke up and summoned Aboleth, and Aboleth ate the world. Yay! All right.
Hey, look, and you gain quintessence because you followed your legend. Prod Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Arthur,
Who knew that Jormungandr was really Aboleth?
Exactly.
I think I have an idea on how we can deal with them.
Oh.
We'll send them a letter that just has the H guy's name 3 times. And as we all know, the average technocrat has to announce everything in a big dramatic voice.
So we'll say dem hose, dem hose, dem hose 3 times really loud, and make Cthulhu wake up looking for dem hose.
No, not that one. The H guy. H-A-S...
Because, yeah, because because I am not superstitious. Hastor, 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 Hastor. Ah!
Oh. Yeah, let's not summon big bats, shall we? Rule
That's
number
fair.
1 of summoning: never summon anything bigger than your head.
No, you can summon things bigger in your head, but never summon anything bigger than your ego.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we
Loki-
need to get
Loki,
you some clothes.
He just looks around. Well, Midgard seems wonderful, and then he rubs his hands together.
Arthur's gonna walk over to his dresser, which is a suitcase, and he's gonna pull out a black T-shirt and black jeans. He should fit. He'll hand him over to Loki.
He'll take him and look at him, and is there a room I could change in since these are necessary for this charade?
He'll point to the bathroom.
Okay, Loki will go in, and when he takes his clothes off, let me make sure I can do this with the level of sphere I have. He cannot fuck. I have correspondence 2. Okay. So he'll change into him, and he'll take his staff, and he'll belt his sword on, and he'll put his bag on his side, and he'll walk out like that.
Well, it is an improvement. Do you know how hard it is for me to find a T-shirt that doesn't have some kind of stupid slogan on it?
Is that why you wear so many of them?
Yeah.
Dude, I could just make
Also
you shirts.
because I like them. They're kind of cool.
Yes. I mean, I could just make you shirts, but like, I have that ability.
Yeah, I know,
People don't
but
talk about it a lot, but
I do like the slogans sometimes.
that's fair. Oh, speaking of which, I need your torso measurements, sir.
He'll look at him and shrug.
No, not you. Arthur. I need Arthur's
Oh.
measurements.
Okay. Go ahead, I guess.
Yeah, he'll take out his little sewing kit and like get the tape measure and everything and start taking measurements and stuff and writing them down. Cool.
Are we making super best friend T-shirts? Because I don't know how to sew.
No. Super. It's non-denominational gift-giving holiday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna make
Oh,
Michael one too.
okay. I've got your gift incoming.
Sweet.
Apparently I'm supposed to make something for Bosco too. Riker said I needed to.
What, that really weird-looking bear guy?
Yeah.
Huh.
Apparently Charlie and Riker have a plan to get him completely blitzed.
That seems like an awful idea.
We'll find out, won't we?
Which, considering the sources of it, does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, that's true. So, Loki, what can I get you to drink? Are you hungry?
He shakes his head. Let's go out and greet some of these humans. I haven't seen the Guardians in ages. And his eyes are getting really big, and you notice they're sparkling. Like, not magically sparkling, but like normally, like when someone gets excited or, is thinking really hard, that kind of.
Well, first of all, since you're in exile for the most part, humans don't call other humans humans or Midgardians.
Usually
No, I
like
wouldn't.
people or dude or bro or man or
I would stay away from such words as bitch and hoe and useless and
shitbag,
worm and things
worthless
like
piece of shit.
These are all interesting names.
that. Like I said, don't use them. Especially that pitiful worm thing. I know you kind of like saying that, and it wouldn't be good right now. If you see anybody in a military or police uniform, don't prank them or piss them off, because they don't need a warrant to haul your ass to jail.
Sounds like an interesting time.
I'm gonna regret this, aren't
Yeah,
It's Loki.
Oh.
What do you think the first thing he's gonna do when he gets out in public?
people.
I? Kneel to me, mortal scum.
Pretty much.
Alright, so where should we go? We could go to the observatory, I guess.
Yeah,
Have him meet some of the other mages.
yeah. Seems like a
Yes,
good idea.
let us meet some of these Midgardian gods.
Alright, so Arthur will open up the door and let everybody out and then lock it behind him.
To the Mage Mobile.
To the Mage Mobile!
Do-do-do-do-do.
So we'll head to Jason's van.
The shitty minivan of power.
We need to rolling sync. Dude, you totally need to rolling sync them that thing.
I do. Oh my god.
Hey, guess what, Loki? Their cart has no horse.
Ah, what an interesting magical device. Is this one of the things the Order of Reason has implemented?
Yeah.
What did
This
you
one's-
call it? The
This one's-
consensus?
This,
Well,
yeah,
technically
one's-
Henry Ford did it, but yeah, the technocrats had a hand in that too.
basically it works by exploding, making tiny explosions underneath this, and it'll like smack the hood.
He literally throws his head back and shouts, "Dear brother, I found something you would love so much!" And he just shouts it at the top of his lungs.
And Thor does not show up.
Arthur's just
doesn't
like-
care. He announced it.
Arthur
There you
looks
go.
at the people around him and is just like,
Oh,
he's
wait,
a drama.
there are people around.
He's a drama major. He's,
Are there people
Yeah,
around?
there are a couple of people around.
man, I didn't know theater majors could be this dramatic.
They're willing to believe because he has sanctity.
Yeah. Thank God. First time I've ever been glad that somebody not a vampire has that merit.
I'm going
Hey,
to roll
I
willpower.
suggested it for him because he couldn't decide on a one-dot blessing.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
like,
true.
Okay. So he's not going to go and play some cruel prank on the humans.
yeah, no,
Like teleport them into the deep umber or some shit like that.
you don't have
technically,
you don't have
you
the
don't
spirits
have
for it.
Okay, good. Because that's what he tried to do.
No, you can't teleport them, like onto a rooftop and get paradox.
Oh, this guy's gonna explode, isn't he?
Remind me to blue book something after this scene.
Gotcha.
Also, you don't have to keep rolling that way if you that willpower check if you don't want to, because you don't actually have that flaw.
I know. I'm just doing it for roleplay purposes.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
Okie dokie. If it looks like it'll mess up a scene, I won't roll it. I'll only roll like in social scenes or if it's not an really important part of the scene.
Yeah. So, the observatory is apparently getting a delivery overseen by Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
How's it going, boss?
Jacob will nod at the two of you and look Loki over. And Loki, this guy feels weird. Because he's got a legend too, and he's got a very different legend than you do.
Greetings, fellow deity. It is good to see you here in Midgard. Tell me, what sort of deity are you? Are you a god of the harvest, a god of war, perhaps a god of protection or cursing? And he says it again at the top of his lungs.
He looks you over, and then he smirks, and he says,
Theater major.
I
Theater
am
major
a-
here.
"No, it's all the people delivering are too far away for him for
Okay.
to bother."
All right, just making
He's
sure.
just making sure that none of them are gonna whip out mirror shades and start shooting up the place.
Yes, okay.
And he says, "My friend, I am a god of cosmic horror.
A worthy god to have by your side in many circumstances.
Indeed, my name is Jacob." He offers a hand.
I don't know if Vikings wouldn't do handshakes.
They do it in
clasping.
they do it in the Roman style, where they clasp right past to make sure they're not hiding a knife.
Okay, so he'll do that. He'll go, greetings, god, deity, the deity known as Jacob. I am the god Loki of Asgard.
It's good to meet you. And now that you're this close, you can notice that his shadow has tentacles, and some of them are trying to reach for your arm.
How interesting. Your divine powers are quite strong.
Indeed. And he lets go.
Loki will let go too.
Yeah. Loki, I expect while you're in the city you'll follow the rules set down.
I will. And he'll give him the big toothy grin.
He nods. Good. Because if you do not, then I will not be by your side. And I know of things that could terrify even your brother.
And he actually throws his head back and laughs. Good. It seems one day I'll have to take you to Asgard and visit my dear, dear brother.
I have not actually been to Asgard. It would be an interesting experience at some point.
It was.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
He looks at the two of you, and he looks disappointed that you got there first.
I'm sorry, we actually didn't have a choice. We got shanghaied by Valkyries.
Look, all I know is I passed out when I woke up. I was in Asgard.
I suppose it's unavoidable then.
Spirits keep trying to kidnap me for some reason. First Kupala and now Valkyries. It's not fun.
Well, at least this time you had some eye candy.
Yeah, but of course I knew if I even tried to flirt with one of them, they'd kill me.
Yeah. Plus, some more spirits are on the do not bone list for me.
True. And that's a good thing. You don't want to have a city full of Nephilim running around.
Sounds
Definitely
awful.
not. Definitely not.
Oh, you guys are gonna hate Loki in about 2-3 months.
So we thought we'd bring him by to kind of meet the rest of us gods.
Indeed. He takes you in and he shows you the secret elevator that you have to be awakened to see. And leads down to the basement under the observatory. And hey, look, it's Order of Hermes Chantry.
Yay.
Everything looks very structured to your chaos magic eye.
Yes. Loki will touch one of the runes on his he'll take out his calligraphy pen and he'll write a rune on his arm, and he's going to ritual cast Prime Sight.
Go ahead.
No successes.
You're ritual casting, so keep going. And actually it would have been diff 5. I was wrong.
Oh.
So yeah.
So
But I wasn't really looking.
he's got 3 successes then.
Yeah, your prime sight's up. You spot lots of protection runes all over the place.
Make some mental note of those.
Yeah, this place basically, if Jacob doesn't want you in here, you ain't gonna be in here. And a lot of them, you can kind of, if you stare at them for a while, you can kind of figure what they do. and a lot of them do some pretty nasty things. Like that one over there will teleport you about 300 miles straight up. That one over there turns your blood into fire.
He'll actually laugh and look at Jacob. Well, actually, no. I take that back. He's not going to look at Jacob. I just realized that's probably a bad idea with Prime Side on. He'll
No, go
laugh.
ahead. You look his direction, and yeah, you can see those shadow tendrils just haloing him.
Okay. It's very interesting. Some of those wards you have would make very fun pranks. You'll have to teach me how to do some of those effects with divine magic someday.
He looks at you and he says, "A service for a service, perhaps?"
Nothing is free in life. There is always a price, even for gods.
Especially for gods.
He'll give him a big grin again.
It's easier to do effects like these in divinely inspired places like this.
Yes, I hear this technocracy of yours is creating quite some issues for the deities of this world.
Indeed, they make things hard, cold,
Boring.
unchanging.
Arthur will chime in. Boring.
You won't like them. Welcome aboard.
Perhaps my divine magic will make them realize that a little bit of fun is always nice to have.
Good luck with that.
Just keep it out of the eyes of the consensus. We'll be fine. You're not used to paradox, and that shit's running around this place like candy at a teenager's bachelor party.
But yeah.
I kind
He'll
of
frown
screwed
at
up
the
that
reference.
analogy.
He'll
Kinda
frown
screwed
at
up that
reference.
Jason's gonna turn to Jacob and is like, we gave him the lowdown on the whole, council thing and how the shifters act, how the Fae act, how the Kindred act.
Right.
I heard another one of ours got enchanted.
Yes. I'm going to speak with the Duchess myself about these sorts of things.
It's getting kind of old, not gonna lie.
Well, Jacob summons one of his apprentices and says, "This is Loki." And the apprentice does a double take.
Is he new here?
Since I have a legend, would I appear different to Prime Sight, like Jacob does?
No, you just you look like you're a living node.
Okay.
Jacob's is because he has echoes, and his echoes are his shadows are trying to wrap around and eat people.
The very unnerving echo.
They can't really do it, so it's only echoes 3, but his shadows are trying to wrap around and eat people.
Yeah.
Jason's just gonna point at the apprentice and just ask Jacob, is he new here or like?
Yes, he's recently awakened.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the party.
I'm going to instruct you in making sure that he's acquainted with local things. And he looks at Loki again and says, "And you are welcome to stay here as long as you need to."
He nods, but he goes, I think my presence would rather upset some of your carefully structured procedures for instruction.
He smirks a bit and says, "I think it will work the other way round. But until you have enough currency to stand on your own, I would suggest staying here and learning what you can."
Loki will nod.
I can probably get you a job at the restaurant I work at. something.
thank you, fellow deity.
It's not gonna be much, but I mean, get food on the table and everything.
Any aid in the great play is welcome.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And I'm sorry, I have to keep making reference to this. And Jacob, as he's walking away, says, "Oh, and whatever you do, don't distract any horses."
Loki looks confused because he hasn't reached that part of his legend yet, so he doesn't know that particular piece of information.
Yeah, he doesn't want to birth a horse today.
Jason's
Not
gonna
today.
Jason's gonna turn to Arthur and he's like, "Do you think it'd be a bad idea to get him like a book on Norse legends?"
One shouldn't know too much about their own destiny.
Fair enough.
It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, you know.
You're still a fucking nerd, but fair enough.
I'm a nerd that gets laid and gets people high and drunk. I'm the best kind of nerd.
That's fair.
And I think that's scene.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seems like a good spot to end it.
let me hit the button.